y de los alimentos. Unos mercados que de momento en renta variable a esta hora de la tarde están esperando a todas esas palabras del presidente de la Reserva Federal, de Jerome Powell. Los futuros de Wall Street apenas se mueven cuando el discurso, al menos lo que deja sobre la mesa el gobernador del Banco Central estadounidense, es que las pausas son temporales y que habrá subidas de tipos, Javier del Valle, a partir de finales de año, ya llegando casi a 2024. ¿Qué tal? Muy buenas tardes.
Muy buenas tardes, Javier. Efectivamente, enseguida contaremos con ese discurso de Powell ante la Cámara de Representantes y mientras tanto, pues seguimos por aquí, seguimos con el programa y lo hacemos acompañados de una invitada internacional. En este caso, hablamos con Maxime Carmignac, Managing Director of Carmignac UK. How are you, Maxime? Thank you for coming to Negocios Televisión.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. First of all, starting to talk about Carmignac. We know it's a great family business, and how do you think this makes a difference in the market, respect also to other competitors that are right now?
Yeah, good question. Indeed, Carmignac is a family business. It's owned both by the family and our employees. And actually, 70% of our employees own shares or stock options of Carmignac. So I think that thanks to this unique shareholding structure, we feel that our employees are like a family extension. And it creates a very specific mindset. I worked for great companies before, but what I feel at Carmignac is very different thanks to this shareholding structure. And also, I think that being a family business gives you the luxury of time. You have planned to invest for the future, and I like to take a sentence from Saint-Exupéry, The Little Prince, which said, "You don't inherit the planet from your parents; you borrow it from your children." And that I think could be translated to the family business world. Say you don't inherit a family business from your parents; you borrow it from your children, and it shows like how long term you can plan for the future, which creates a sustainable advantage. And an important point as well is that family business means that you can be independent. It means that you are not here to answer to the needs of a mother company, a sister company, or an institution. You are not here to meet quarterly targets from the financial markets. You are here for one and only reason, your clients. And at Carmignac, we have one and only objective, the long-term investment savings of our clients.
Very interesting. Independence, long-term also to plan this business and also sharing with the employees that the stock options. Very interesting, Maxime. Also talking about the interest with the clients is key also for you. What is this also so important for Carmignac?
Yeah, this is alignment of interest. And the Carmignac family money is invested in Carmignac, the company, and the money of Carmignac is invested in Carmignac funds alongside our clients. So we think this is very important for the skin in the game. If clients win, we win. If clients lose, we lose. And I think this is very, very good to have this alignment of interest and transparency now that financial institutions are under pressure in terms of reputation.
We could say that Carmignac has a skin in the game also with clients.
Yes,
very interesting.
Yes.
And finally, Maxime, talking about the advantage that being a family business has brought to your firm, but also you invest in other family-owned businesses. Is that right?
Yes.
Why do you think they can often perform better?
Yeah, actually, because I worked so much on family businesses. It made me will to do the extra miles, And I hired a professional who used to manage the family database of FactSet, the global leader. And thanks to that, we have created what we call the Carmignac 500, like a reference to the Fortune 500, which include like the most liquid global family business. And we noticed that actually, if you come back like 20 years earlier, over 20 years, family businesses overperform family businesses by 37%. So this is very significant, and that can explain for three main reasons we already touched upon. The first one is skin in the game. This is your own company, so you do the extra miles in terms of sales. Then in terms of cost as well, this is your own money, so you think twice about before spending money. So skin is a game, and we discussed it already. Second thing is long term. Again, we discussed it with the Saint-Exupéry quote, and here we notice that in general, family businesses have higher percentage of capex, so investment for the future, and higher percentage of R&D, research and development, out of sales. Why? Because they don't care so much whether they will meet their next quarterly earnings target. What they care is to invest in the future to build a sustainable business. And the last point we observe as well is risk aversion. Like when you run a family business, you tend to be more conservative, and we notice that the leverage is lower. Net debt out of EBITDA is much lower on average for family business, because they don't want to get into trouble at work and at home, with your family business. So thanks to those three structural advantages, in general, well-run family businesses overperform non-family businesses. And when I say well-run, it means that at family businesses, you need to be super careful as it comes to governance, because powers tend to be concentrated in fewer hands. Therefore, it can play as a double-edged sword, very positively or negatively. So we are not all family businesses are created equal, and as an investor, we believe in the long-term overperformance of family businesses. That's why I created a fund, Carmignac Family Governed, which invests uniquely in publicly listed family businesses. But here we are super careful in terms of selection, especially as it comes to governance.
Very interesting, these three main advantages. Thank you for your time, for explaining us the composition and also the philosophy of Carmignac. It's always a pleasure to have you here, and also your team. Maxime Carmignac, Managing Director for Carmignac UK.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Merci
Thanks for
beaucoup,
your time. Bye.